Okay, so let's begin by coming to a comfortable seated position. Spine straight, heart open, eyes closed. And as the body becomes settled, please become aware of the space that your body occupies. So, how is that space defined? How does this experience that we label, that we call body, come about? Let's just take a few moments here to slow down and start noticing the elements that we take for granted, the structures that are happening that go unnoticed, simply because they are unexamined. And then when we slow down, when we decelerate, we're able to notice. We're able to deconstruct our experience. We're able to perceive the subtlety that goes on before and behind thinking, right? It's both before and behind. So how exactly is the body sensed? How is this experiencing created? When our eyes are open, from a personal perspective, and that's the only perspective there really is, we see parts of a body, maybe an image of a body in a mirror. When we look down, we see an arm, hands, legs. And the thing is that we have come to rely so heavily on the sense of sight that sometimes it might seem that the body and, even the world around us is all about what is seen. And maybe that's why when we close our eyes and reference the body, the tendency is to go to thoughts and images about the body. Maybe we're compensating for the lack of visual stimuli with our eyes closed. But if your eyes are closed now and an image, an idea about the body comes up, what exactly is it referring to? What's the direct experience that it points to? What is it that you sense? What is it that you feel when I invite you to bring awareness to the points of contact between your body and the floor, the body and the mat, the chair, the sofa? Where does your attention go? What exactly is your experience? Body? Floor? Chair? Is it one thing? Two things? Does it have a form, an edge, or is it just a fuzzy, formless thing? Or maybe just a sense of presence? We start questioning things that we take for granted. Where does body end and chair, sofa begin? Or is that distinction only in the description? Only in the translation of the experience of the sensation? It's a funny thing, how the sensations we experience through touch, especially, are translated by thought as interaction. So it's one sensation, thinking comes up, and then that sensation becomes a gentle pressure on the clothes against the skin. So clothes, skin, body resting on the surface, body, surface. Maybe the description themselves are a reflection of this reliance that we have on the sense of sight. It's just a habit, right? Just a habit. So much more going on. Let's start getting ready for our yoga nidra session. You want to remain seated, that's perfectly okay. If you want to lie down and cover yourself, or you make use of bolsters, blanket, whatever you want to do. Just taking a few moments to find a comfortable position. And remembering that during Yoga Nidra, we want to welcome every experience, whatever happens for you. Maybe a disturbance, some noise, or an itch, or a pain. These are all anchors. These are all messengers calling awareness back to the present moment. It's all part of the journey. So as the body settles, physical stillness comes in naturally. And maybe that intention to remain alert, aware for the remainder of the session comes up. And attention starts to gently focus on the sounds around you. The sounds at a distance. Notice the appearance of words, images about the hearing experience. They come up to describe, to interpret, to translate what's happening. Closer sounds. The sound of my voice. Just following the guidance. And then gently allow your attention to come to the sensation of the abdomen, expanding and contracting, gently with each breath. Abdomen expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting. With each exhalation, a mental and physical tension dissipates, melts away. And each inhalation brings energy, brings renewal. Abdomen, belly relaxed, chest still. Observing each breath, the sensations, the thoughts that come up describing the sensations. We continue breathing from the belly, diaphragmatic breathing. Maybe another 15 or 20 breaths or so. Slow, effortless breaths. Belly rising, belly falling, the chest is still. Comfortable, relaxed breathing. The flow of thoughts naturally slowing down. More and more space between the thoughts. If any distractions come up, just acknowledge and bring your attention back to the breath. Belly in, belly out. Relax the breath, let go of any control. Just in touch with the natural flow of breath, the sensations, the movement, and full awareness of that subtle space, that short interval between in and out breaths. Continuing to follow my guidance. Meaning becomes intention now as we go on a journey of mindfulness to the body. Doer takes a back seat. Words are heard, the intention is set. Attention merges with the sensation in one movement of awareness along the body parts. So please become aware of the space between the eyebrows. As attention gently focus on this area, maybe a sensation emerges, or a feeling, a warmth, or a blue star-like point of light, or even just a subtle sense of presence. Allowing whatever needs to happen to happen. Let's move on to the throat. The right shoulder. The right elbow. Wrist. Sensing the hand, the tips of the fingers of the right hand, sensation, feeling, blue light, tip of the right thumb. Tip of the index finger of the right hand. Tip of the middle finger. Tip of the ring finger. Pinky. Moving back to the wrist. Elbow. Just take your time to feel. Take your time to sense. Shoulder. Throat. Welcoming whatever comes up. Sensation, feeling, blue light. Left shoulder. elbow, wrist, tips of the fingers of the left hand, the thumb, index finger, tip of the middle finger, ring finger, pinky, back to the left wrist, elbow, shoulder, throat, bring in awareness to the middle of the chest, sensation, feeling, blue light, right side of the chest, middle of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, the attention now comes down to the navel point, pelvic center, onto the right hip, sensation, feeling, blue light, the right knee, ankle, the toes of the right foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth, fifth toe, back to the ankle, right knee, right hip, pelvic center, sensation, feeling, blue light, sensing your way to the left hip, left knee, ankle, toes of the left foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth, the ankle as sensation, feeling, blue light, left knee, hip, pelvic center, moving up along the midline of the body now up to the navel, heart center in the middle of the chest. Throat. And back to the eyebrow center. From here, attention naturally relaxes. Focus of attention expands to the whole body. The whole body in the field of awareness. Feel the body as space. And maybe seeing the points we just explored as stars in the night sky, or as a constellation in that inner space. We're here, now, resting as the awareness that permeates this space, where the breath becomes a continuous flow of vital energy, without any effort, without any strain. Just let go of any effort. Let go of all tension. Resting as pure awareness, spacious, vast. The body sleeps. The mind rests. Awareness remains alert. Let's take a few minutes now for a little time travel. Time that only exists as thought, as memory, as a concept. Notice how the past is experienced as emotion, as thinking, while everything is just happening here, now. What were you doing an hour ago? So just recall the circumstances. Remember what you were feeling, thinking. And that remembrance, that recalling always happens from the perspective of the present moment, observing, witnessing. Go back another hour. What were you doing, feeling, thinking? And then another hour, and another, in the same way. Always from the present moment perspective, from the reality of direct experience, observing. So please keep going back every hour until we return to the moment before waking up this morning. That moment where you were still asleep. The memory of being asleep, but alert, present with the experience. And then when you're through with that, just setting the memories aside, letting go, and just resting as awareness. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Dissolving into that timeless flow as pure being. And then finally, we're getting ready to emerge to the surface of awareness. Setting the intention, turning the senses back on, noticing sounds around you, acknowledging the darkness in front of your closed eyes. You're noticing the thoughts, emotions coming and going, the bodily sensations. Bringing awareness to the points of contact between the body and that surface, providing support. Coming in touch with your breath. Start taking deeper breaths, filling your body with that life-giving energy. Each breath in a little deeper. Each breath in helping you to come to that waking state. And maybe at some point you feel that natural urge to start moving the body physically. Small wiggles at first, fingers, toes, the head. Movement starts increasing on their own to the arms, to the legs. Maybe knees to chest at some point, or arms overhead for a full body stretch. Or resting in one of the sides in a fetal position for a few moments. Before coming to a seated position eventually. Eyes still closed. Just take your time. Take your time as you come back to that waking state. And then seated with the eyes closed, just notice how you feel right this very moment. Maybe a little more relaxation in the body. Maybe the breath softer. Thoughts a little more spaced out. And that knowledge that we can return to this place of peacefulness, of ease, whenever we need to feel comfortable, whenever we need to be at ease. Our yoga nidra session comes to a close. Let's finish off like we always do, filling up those lungs. Take a nice deep inhale. And open mouth, sighing it out. Opening the eyes.